The statistics for real estate are moving in every different direction right now. We've got insurance prices which are rising, we've got home prices which are cooling, we've got mortgage applications going down, and all of a sudden we've got home builder sentiment rising. What's going on in the real estate world? I'm going to give it to you in 3 minutes or less. This is your October market update from the Brooke team at eXp. All right, so let's break down what's happening. Now, obviously right now we've got a huge issue in our country because of recent hurricanes that have hit Florida, which have just highlighted the fact that so many homeowners are underinsured for natural disasters that are happening. Just this week, someone had reached out to us and indicated that their home insurance policy that they found somewhere else, unfortunately, did not insure them in the way that they thought. And I thought to myself, I need to send out a message to all of our customers out there, letting them know as you get towards the end of the year to review your insurance policy, especially for your home. Some major downfalls that we see are people are looking out there and noticing flooding not covered by certain insurance policies, and especially as costs have increased and inflation has impacted the insurance business like nothing else before, we're seeing higher premiums, higher monthly payments, and coverages getting lowered, which is a huge concern for homeowners. If now is a great time for you to review that homeowner policy that you might have, we'd love for you to reach out to us. We've got some great referral partners who we can have you review your insurance policy with. Now, what's happening in the real estate world outside of insurance is mortgage is also part of one of those big things that affects home ownership, and mortgage applications went up like crazy in September, and then all of a sudden they've been crashing back down in October. Well, what's going on? Well, as the rates have continued to cool, as inflation has come down, we've seen those mortgage rates start to drop. But now all of a sudden, as those mortgage rates have begun to rise, we got those job reports, which shows stronger employment in the U.S. economy. We've noticed that mortgage rates have ticked back up again, and those mortgage applications have pulled back. Now, many people don't realize this, but you can get interest rates in the low sixes and high fives right now. And so refinancing has been an option for many people still today, as they may have bought a house for 7% or 8% interest rates in the last 2 years. Now, if that's you and you're thinking to yourself, well, as I go into these winter months, I'd love to save on my cash flow, well, a refinance might be a great option for you. Many people also don't know that appreciation in the real estate market has picked up so significantly over the last 2 years that you may have bought a house for $300,000 and it's now worth $340,000 or $350,000. You may have bought a house for $400,000, now it's worth $460,000, and you may see a large amount of equity in your property, which means you might have the option to remove private mortgage insurance on your home, saving you sometimes hundreds of dollars a month. So if right now you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know if I want to do a refinance, it might be a great idea to reach out to one of the Brooke team agents in order to get an updated valuation on your home. Now, what's happening in real estate sales? Well, as the winter months and the election cycle really kicks off, we now see home prices starting to cool a little bit in the seasonality that's very typical. Now, if you hear the news, they're going to start to tell you, oh, the market is crashing. Well, this happens every single year. It's the same story on repeat, and we keep giving you the same education of, well, just watch the market cycles and how they typically happen. So if you're in an area that is very busy in the wintertime, you're going to see prices start to escalate. But if you're in another area where you start seeing, all the families have bought their houses and now it's time for those prices to cool a little bit, you're likely to see home prices start to cool. If you're a buyer in the market, now might be a great time to look, as mortgage rates have been lower than those 7s and 8% that you were seeing even a year ago, and now might be a great chance as the election cycle is happening and the fall market's kicked off, you might see some of those cooling prices, which might be a great opportunity to secure a home. Lastly, home builder sentiment begins to rise even further. Now, if you've reached out about buying a new home, you may have seen that there's not a whole lot of options that are out there, even though inventory is starting to pick up. But home building is still a great option for many people, as they're going to get what they want rather than having to renovate something that might be out of their price point as it is. And so home constructions have increased and continue to increase as our shortage of inventory is present, not only in Connecticut and Massachusetts, but also in Rhode Island as well. Now, if you're operating in Florida and some of our other markets, you're seeing more inventory than before, but new construction continues to be a hot topic in today's real estate market. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the October market update. And now for the numbers that you all are looking for every month. Here's what's happening in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and in Florida.